both really good questions. I don't have a specific deadline. I have a general idea. By the end of July, I want to kind of be able to tell the end of it. So I want to try to ask at least a question every week. Sunday seems to be the day where it makes the most sense. But like this week, I'm probably going to ask one in the middle of the week because I'm actually going to be in the studio on Wednesday. So I'm going to be working with the guys that are going to be helping me produce the song, create the song in the studio. So I'll probably do something there, and then also something on Sunday. So as far as how many of these we'll do, I don't know. Hopefully one a week to the end of July. So, 10 more maybe. And as far as the schedule, it's tough to say because music is the last thing that's added. So they're open to songs, and all the way up until maybe a month before the release date. So we have a while, but I kind of want to start pitching the song to certain people by August, September-ish. So that's kind of the goal.
Well, that sounds good too. Well, and good luck to you on that, because I love your sound. I love your music. It sounds really cool. It has a great sound to it, and I think it would be a great fit on the soundtrack. Do you think you're going to have to change your sound a little bit? I mean, your sound's kind of upbeat. It seems to me like most of your songs have more of an upbeat kind of tempo to them. Are you going to make this one a little more moody or something?
Yes, absolutely. I don't want to designate whether it's going to be a ballad or a mid-tempo or anything, because I want that to be something that you guys decide. But it's definitely going to be dark and darker than what my stuff normally is, and that's exciting for me actually. And it's my goal is you guys have really kind of fallen in love with them again. I want to create something that's 10 times better than that, and something that you guys fall in love with 10 times over. So it's going to be emotional, it's going to be dramatic, and hopefully it'll be good enough.
Wow, because again, is a great song. I loved it. I love that one I love listening to that. That's a perfect song. So the fact that you want to do something even just so much better than that is great for Twilighters to hear, to have a great song on the soundtrack.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that I haven't really said this, but I'm sure that I'm going to try to get again in there as well. And obviously it's an uphill battle. I've made no bones about that. It's going to be tough, but it'll definitely be it'll definitely be in the bunch to try to get to the right people. So we'll see. And you guys are the reason for that. Any type of buzz, or I'm able to go to these people and say, look at this YouTube video, and look at my site, or look at these blogs, and I'm able to say, look, these guys are connecting with this. So it's a big deal. I appreciate it.
Yeah, grassroots effort. And I just wanted to ask you another couple questions. It's a little bit off the actual soundtrack talk, but who are some of your musical inspirations, like that have inspired you to either get into the music field, or just where you've drawn? Maybe if you could perform with anybody, who would it be?
Well, I have a very wide range of influences. Coming from Mississippi, obviously there was a lot of blues and country influence, which you guys probably don't want to hear. But Elvis Presley, even Sinatra, just the way that they are able to own a stage was pretty influential to me growing up. Then I definitely, as I got older, I definitely realized that pop was the way to go from it. Blues and country, why wouldn't we want to hear that? That's funny. Pop was definitely going to be the way that I went musically. so bands like Imogen Heap. I don't know if you guys recognize any of these people. Imogen Heap was a big influence. I'm a big Paramore fan. They're from Nashville. Um, let's see. Dashboard. I'm actually a huge fan of him. So yeah, I mean, even all the way back to like Bee Gees, and there's Broadway stuff that I'm influenced by. So it's all over the map.
All right. Well, thanks for that, and that's great to learn a little bit about where your inspiration has come from. I think it kind of shows in your songs that you have a wide range just because of your sound. And I'm going to turn the time back over to Jess, but thanks for your time and answering Cullen Boys Anonymous questions. We appreciate it.
Okay, and I'm back, Jessica, obviously. Sitting in, there was a few Twilighters tonight who have a bunch of questions of their own, not related to the ones that Simply Twilight wanted to ask or Cullen Boys Anonymous, and they're actually some really good questions. So we want to give them a chance to ask Josh their questions. And I just want to say that I was wondering if you could do something like a when I say this word, what comes to mind type of question on your Secrets in Stereo website. Because, for example, words like, that girl and wrecked and keywords like that, I know you had mentioned something about, you can't take lyrics because, there's obviously issues behind that and all that kind of stuff. But just words that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise that really appeal to, like, the Twilight fandom. It would be interesting to see what people might want, like that one word that just really screams to everybody. So that's just a suggestion that I have.
That's a really good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I just kept thinking about it because I'm like, there's some words that I really, really like that I think tell a story better than other words. We're gonna get it started, and Amber, you can ask any questions that you might have. Amber?
Okay, well, the first thing I wanted to say, when I first heard your voice, I was like, oh my gosh, his voice, his vocals would be perfect. I mean, like you said, it was kind of popish, but that can definitely change. But your sound is perfect, I think. My first question is there any specific part of the New Moon book that has given you inspiration? Like you're like, yeah, I think I really want to write about this part. I mean, I know you've asked fans and everything, but you personally, is there anything that's really just wanted you to just start getting to work?
Thank you, Amber. I think honestly, like probably most of you, the part where Edward leaves was pretty dramatic. Pretty brutal would be a good word for it. That's really stuck with me. So honestly, that and towards the end when they're kind of just laying in the bed, I guess for 2 scenes there. I just finished the book, so that's kind of what's fresh on my mind. I know that's such a simple moment, but there was something sweet about it, and something real in a very kind of unreal relationship. So that kind of stuck with me. I'll probably go back and read that a few more times and see what comes from that. But the obvious, yes, of course, is the is the forest scene. There's something very dramatic and dark about that. So that would probably be my first choice right now.
Okay, and my next question, on Simply Twilight, we have the forums that are going on, and we put the whole thing about the interview with you, and Jess asked people, give us your ideas. What should we talk to him about? And one of our people, her name is Lexi, and she was talking about how she thought it would be really awesome if you did a duet and got somebody to sing Bella's point of view and you did Edward's. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea, and it's one that I've never heard. Maybe that could be one of the questions, and see what everybody else thinks. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting idea. I'll definitely think that over. And obviously, when you write the song, you'd have to think of it. You'd have to decide that before you started writing, most of the time. So, yeah, that's something I'll throw around, and might even ask